Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Impossible Creatures Replays channel. We've got another World Cup deadcast for you today. And we've got triple trouble on the casting couch because I'm joined by Toast.
Yes, you were.
And by Shoddy, and my name as well. And Shoddy, you've actually watched these games already. Without giving too much away, what should we be looking for?
Well, USA is a very strong team, and they've been practicing a lot, and I think that's a big thing against Canada because you don't see Frank on often. Pinello has been trying to get games in the evening, so they haven't been practicing as much. So I'm really, being Canadian, I'm really hoping for Canada to pull it out, but we'll see what happens overall.
Pull it out. Love that you really put the stink on that. Last syllable there that really brought home the Canadian pride. Okay, so we've got a Canadian supporter on the couch. Toast, are you going to be on Team USA?
I've got some background noise right now. I'm just going to mute.
Okay.
There's no telling what evil plans our enemies have.
Alright, we have got Western Canada versus Eastern USA on the spawns. You like difficulty, also known as Ryan down south, B-Champ up north. So we've got B-Champ versus Pinello up north and Logan versus Ryan in the south. Both pretty tough matchups.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we got Frank's pushing a scout already.
Hello.
Yeah, that's a pretty early scout. I mean, you want to get him sent out and possibly before the minute mark, normally around 50 seconds, kind of like Ryan did here. So hopefully Logan won't have set himself back too far with that. And he's building a forward rod. Good to spot rushes on the south coast here, because that's quite vulnerable. And in fact, here comes Ryan. Will be spotted by LB Frank. That's huge.
Hello.
They seem to be all placing lightning rods. It's a good strategy.
It is, yeah. I mean, everyone except Ryan has placed a scouting rod, which is nice.
Ready, boys.
And
he didn't finish his lightning rod.
Oh yeah, good point. I was going to say it's good of Logan to chase the hench, but he does have to finish that rod first. Oh, Ryan gets a punch in. Okay, no, Logan still wins this. Logan definitely wins that fight, and here's Ryan retreating.
Boss.
You want to be so careful when you're retreating, because when you retreat in hench combat, you can occasionally give the enemy free scouting of your base if you bring that hench back to mine, for example. And here's the scout going up. So look,
Perfect symmetry now with the rods.
Yeah, perfect symmetry now, and a kind of interesting early skirmish there. That's Pinello hitting 2, B-Champ has also hit 2, and the south teams are following.
I anticipated B-Champ going mid. I didn't anticipate ULAT going mid. He usually performs a strong economy close to base and ends up surprising you, but this is surprising for him to go mid.
Yeah, bold early play from him, which is good to see. Meanwhile, Pinello's doing a good job in mid, but he's all alone. Logan has opted to go for his closer natural expo instead, which isn't a bad idea, but unfortunately, because USA have both gone mid, it's all on Pinello to defend this, and it's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, and they both have CCs up, so it's going to be really hard to defend it. And those Cheetah Scorpions are going to do damage, and that's unfortunate.
Devastating. There's nothing here to defend.
Yeah, and the rod placement is a little bit awkward. You can get one safe tower in, but he's not doing it. I wonder what the play is here from Pinello. He's got to do something.
Pinello is also using his Canadian army, which I found very hilarious. He searched these up for a long time to find Canadian animals, and he made an army out of them.
I guess. I mean,
I don't know if you saw that in the army choice, but yeah, the army choice was Canada and Friends.
No, we didn't see that because you load a replay, you didn't see that. So that's.
Yeah.
I don't think a bowler spider is a Canadian animal. That's okay. I'm not going to fine him for that.
I think he said Canada and Friend.
Okay.
I think there's one that's not.
Oh yeah, of course. That creature's name was Friend. Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Logan is in mid to defend. That's good. Hopefully we'll take some of the pressure off Pinello. Pinello has done a reasonably good job of defending this rush. Looked like the pressure just kind of went away from the USA team as soon as Logan came into mid. And here's Logan actually making a move. Oh, good play.
I do like that, yeah.
I don't know what I think about these lemming lobsters, though.
They're very slow.
They're so
I feel like it's not enough.
I mean, they're good in water, but most of this has been on land. And here's B-Champ with the counterattack on Logan, who's got nothing at home. Ooh.
So they
much
just take
damage
out.
being done
Yeah.
to Canada.
He takes out B-Champ's or not his expansion, but most of his economy at his base, and now goes for Logan, and that just makes it so much more difficult for them to come back from this.
Yeah.
They really, really need to keep those expansions going.
Yeah, and unfortunately they have lost mid. Logan's attack is succeeding against Ryan, but you've got to think that maybe if he just brought if he made a creature chamber here and brought gazelle lobsters or something faster, he'd be in a much better position. Because as it is, B-Champ was just able to do so much damage to him right up front. And B-Champ now just retreating. He's pretty confident that he's destroyed the Canadian team's economy, and now he's just hanging out.
Yes, the economy advantage is vast at this point. I'm not sure what I see Canada doing from this position to crawl their way back to the game.
Honestly, I think Penelo's got the right idea, because this expo at the back almost never gets raided. It's quite safe. It's a great place to set up.
That's right.
But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be able to redress this balance. B-Champ's also claiming his, so even if they claim their back expos, they're still pretty heavily outmatched. Oh, I don't know about this from Logan. These Archerfish tuners, I do not think pure swimmer artillery is the way to go on this map, because they just don't have much access.
No, that's right. They need to put, in a situation like this where they're down and out almost, they need to put some pressure on one of their expansions. And
Yes.
because they don't have a current unit that is able, with camouflage or digging or something, to get around and hurt the opponent, they have no chance to recover, right? So now you're seeing right now, B-Champ, if he goes, he is going west, he's going to go for Penelo's expansion.
Devastating, and this is merciless but very disciplined play from B-Champ. He's refusing to go for the main base attack.
He's very
Which is smart.
Scorps, and he's just keeping up the pressure.
Exactly.
That's right. It's exactly what they're meant to do, and he's doing a phenomenal job at it too.
And I feel like a lot of this did come down to army choice. I don't really like Logan's choice for this so far. Like, a faster land raiding unit is way more important than a faster water raiding unit on Vignette, and a pure swimmer choice is really weird. Like, maybe if this was High Tide or Face Off.
And not only that, the unfortunate part is everyone's already level 3, and he's still pumping out level 2s.
Yeah, it might come down to army again, to be honest.
I don't know if you saw that, but Penelo's pumping out a level 3 flyer.
Yes. A beautiful. These are really
strong.
fantastic. Yeah, I love them. They do so much damage. 29 damage with horns. Will absolutely chew through, as we just saw, those hammerhead shark lionesses. But will it be enough to redress this economic balance? Oh, great stuff from Ryan, just camping this expo with camo. Oh yeah, okay, so here we see the Archerian is doing a pretty good job raiding this
Ready,
expo.
boys?
But this is really the only expo that they can reliably
Yeah, it's
hit.
the only one he can hit.
Hello?
He's not bad. He's just more causing grief than anything else. He'd need more than 3 or 4, to really cause an impact.
Yeah, and here's Ryan raiding again, and poor Logan has got to be feeling under the pump now. He's been getting this all game, constantly raided.
Relentlessly, death by 1,000 cuts.
Ultimate cruelty, and I love just the kick on these guys. Boosh! Good night. Magnificent little critters.
I am really surprised that Logan's still pumping out 2s when he knows that all these guys are 3.
He only just hit 3 himself, so he was trying to keep the pressure up, which is definitely laudable. Oh, Penelo's got to get these flyers over here.
For sure.
But yeah, after a certain point, you've got to think he would have been better off just expanding and taking 3 himself.
That's right.
He does have Lab D. He should get these guys back mining, I think.
It's not enough, though. I think this is probably done at this point.
This does look a lot like game.
And it's such a dominant and demoralizing kind of game, too. They just got the edge early on, and then it just kept mercilessly raiding the Canadian team.
Look, that's right. If you get crushed by a level 2 rush super early, you can say to yourself, okay, well that was cheesy. I got surprised there. They won't surprise me with that again. But when you just get ground down like this, it is a lot more demoralizing. It's hard to get that momentum back.
Pinello is actually doing a really good job with those flyers. He's microing them really well. He's able to defend Frank just a little bit, which might actually give him a chance to recover from this, but I think this might be too far gone at this point.
Yeah, I'd say so. I love Brawn Arms, by the way. Glassy, but very cute. He really misses out on having
Brawn Arms.
no leaper jack. And now the hammer is kind of starting to descend on Pinello a little bit. We've got giant freedom birds here. Gotta love a themed army from Beachhead.
What is really surprising is he hasn't used Frenzy on them.
That's true, yeah. Guess he hasn't really needed to. I mean, it would have been a good opportunity, of course, with them taking no damage from anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and Pinello blows lab. Okay, that is game 1.
Yep.
Game 2 is on Craig.
Oh, you must be joking! It is on Greg. I didn't even notice that. Wow.
The really funny thing about this is Fear the Beast and I were warming up Ryan and B-Champ beforehand, and we played them on Craig, and they absolutely smoked us.
Oof.
So when it came into this game, I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, don't choose Craig, whatever you
Don't
do.
choose Craig.
They just
After we
practice
take
so
out the
much.
enemy
They're so
labs,
good
this
together.
island would make for some nice
Yeah, they are
beachfront
really
property.
impressive.
Mhm.
Toast, what do we need to see come out from Canada for them to win this game?
I think they have to catch the USA team off guard. I think they have to bring something that'll just strike a decisive blow right off the bat.
Well, I wonder if we'll be seeing LB Frank bring the same army as last time, because that's not a terrible Crag army. I mean, those Archerunas I kind of feel are a little bit overrated, because Amphibious Melee does such a good job of taking them out, but they would be a lot more effective on this map than the last one.
And two
Ready,
quick lightning
boys.
rods from Pinello and Champ.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
Fast level 2 is not a bad idea. You want to get a water chamber up pretty much ASAP on this map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Ready,
the
boys.
hench
Ready,
have come
boys.
out and it's pretty badly balanced here, unfortunately.
I wonder if he's reaching for that far fence.
He was, but he was a little bit
Oh, and-
slow for it.
Ryan just he took like 8 of his henchmen to build a workshop
Yeah, I
on the
think
North
that's the way to
Island.
do it. If you want to get that island, you send the barn, right? You send all the henchmen.
Absolutely right, yes. And Logan's already in
Uh-oh.
trouble down south here. This
Ready,
henchman that he
boys.
sent is dead for no benefit, unfortunately. B-Champ getting a free expo and getting this chamber up. Penelope building the water chambers, great call. He will aggress this
2
island.
of them.
This rod is unfinished.
He must have. Oh, he noticed it.
No, he missed it.
Oh, he
Oh, Dios mío, no.
he went right by it.
No,
we
Canada.
Hey,
I think those units are a little too slow.
I just don't know why you wouldn't go with the Gazelle. I mean, Overpop, sure, but it's not that good. It costs 50 elect for 69 health. Mob Psycho 100, beautiful.
and unless he's pumping those like crazy, those henchmen are just gonna take him out one by one, right?
He also built 2 chambers to make an overpop unit,
Yeah.
which seemed like overkill.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably doesn't have the economy to support that, to be honest with you. And his B-Champ just rolling in. And what's Logan going to do about it? He doesn't have any boots on the ground. He has built this chamber, but everything he produces from it just dies immediately.
He expanded just too late, it looks like, and I don't think it's gonna work for him.
Ryan's got the
You need to have
T-Rex
that
version
weight.
of the electric emming. That's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has a little more HP.
But it definitely looks like the USA has got the edge. See, Panoa's got 2 chambers, and both he and Ryan are making overpop units, but Ryan has beaten him with 1 chamber. And we've got some artillery, which would be so good if it could just get a shot off. Here's Logan. He's committed to the Archeruna strat. Not a bad call, but it might not save him from what's coming to his base. I think B-Champ has spoken before that he really likes to bring a land army on Crag. He likes to have one of the team members have a land army. Precisely for this reason, because it actually is surprisingly, deceptively simple to just raid over land.
That's right. Yep.
You don't have to worry about these pure swimmer shenanigans. Oh, come on, let's see this artillery barrage. Come on. Yes. Yes, beautiful.
It does its jobs, but I think B-Champ has just done enough work to Pinello to halt him building any more units.
That's right. I mean, it looks like Pinello's so busy with Ryan, and Ryan's got these bloody lob stemmings as well. You guys are off the chain. Yeah, and there'll be Frank blowing lab. Oh, that's tragic.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to see. Canada, valiant players in this tournament up until this point, but really, unfortunately, caving under the USA pressure. A couple of really strong games from the USA, though.
Oh yeah, they are a terrifying powerhouse team.
And looking at the bracket, I'll bring it up. I'm sorry, it's not going to be on the recording, but I'll tell you what it says. On the bracket, we have... Next up, USA-2 is playing England 1. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that.
Yep.
Might be one of the best games.
We knew that was coming if they won. It was going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really good game to watch.
And seeing how they've played against Canada just now, they did such a good job, like a really impressive job. It might go their way. I don't know. I mean, we've seen B-Champ really take it to the Black Tiger team before. And if he plays a similar game to that, what do you think?
I think B-Champ and Ryan might be better than Sniper and Mutt at putting the pressure on.
I agree.
Sniper and Mutt, they like to play traditional, right? A little slower, control the map, and just squeeze the life out of your opponent. But I think USA-2 could really bring a really well-tuned strategy that's just gonna knock them off bounds.
Well, we did see, in fact, that last game there, we saw B-Champ bring units that are kind of reminiscent to what the Black Tigers might bring, those Poison Frog Cobras in particular. And I think I've seen England be a little bit vulnerable to those in the past, that kind of spam level 2 range approach. So I wonder if USA is confident bringing the exact same armies against England as we just saw them bring against Canada, or if they got something special up their sleeve. If they do have any tricks up their sleeve, now is definitely the time to bring it out. But that is another replay for another time. Thank you very much for joining me, Shoddy and Toast.
My pleasure.
And we'll catch you for the next Impossible Creatures replay.